Good evening, folks. Going live with a little bit of marathon tonight. I've been spinning a game called Fight with OBS for like a couple of hours, and I'd like to play an actual video game, maybe one called Marathon. So, yeah, it's Marathon launch week. Maybe you played the Server Slam. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you're wondering, should I spend $40? The most competitive price point in video games, should I get in and spend $40 on Marathon? You could get fancy things like 6 runner shells plus a rook.
The shell is built for war.
Spent a lot of time in the Server Slam as Destroyer. I like the shield. I like the fact that you can double sprint and go really, really fast. It's pretty sweet. I've been spending most of my time lately in the one that you couldn't get to in the Server Slam, which was Thief.
Perfect.
And it's perfect. Yeah. So Thief has this pickpocket drone that'll fly around, which is pretty cool. I like the drone, but I don't really know how to use it super well. Mostly it's exactly what you'd expect. It's about getting up and over and seeing if there's anybody out there. But you can have it like pickpocket people, which seems pretty wild, I think. Yeah. I really like the ability for the grapple device. So you can just throw a grapple in midair and it's like a little hover drone that'll pull you through it, to it. I like that a lot. The one that you really use all the time is this X-ray visor. So as soon as that's the fastest cooldown. And as soon as you hit the X-ray visor on this one, you can see through the walls within a reasonable range, all of the lootable boxes, which is a big deal because sometimes the loot boxes are all kind of random where they show up. And when you could see it, it shows you the highest tier loot by color coding that's in that box. So that's pretty powerful, I think. So really great loot machine, if that's what you're looking for, is can I get the most loot, the best loot? Maybe you bring a key in and there's 6 boxes you could use the key on and get one of these lockbox rooms. And it's well, which one should I spend it on? Some of them just have common gear, but some of them have these rares. So that's pretty great. I haven't spent time yet in the Rook, and I don't want to equip the Rook just yet because it dumps everything out of your inventory. And then what you're left with is the Rook inventory, which is unique. So let's go pick a loadout here. Maybe. There we go. So I've got a free shell, a free kit, a standard sponsor kit. And what that means is that I died the last time I played. As soon as you die, it dumps all of your inventory. That's all you get. And where it goes is it stuffs you with a sponsor kit, whatever the sponsor kit of the day is. It gives you a basic gun, a heal, a shield regen, and a little bit of ammo. And maybe an ammo crate. That's pretty much it, which is enough to get you going. But you could see I've got 153 out of 224 slots full on my vault. I've got gear. So let's dump this free gear. And let's put in some stuff that I've found. So a hardline PR, that's a green gun. It's very green. Single round semi-automatic precision rifle. Okay, so it's a heavy thump. I think it's got 8 in the chamber. 18. It's a DMR rifle. And it's got a bunch of gear. I don't know where I found this. This was probably one of the level up rewards. It comes with an increased barrel range, better magazine size, and a chip mod. Eliminations with this weapon grant increased sprint speed. So if you knock somebody out, you can run a little faster. Fine. Bring a backpack. You really can't carry much until you get a backpack. So backpacks have extra gear attributes sometimes. This one is an 8XS ammo pack. So you get 8 more slots, and your stowed ballistic weapons slowly reload their magazine. So if you have 2 guns, you can switch to the other one and stow it. I'll probably carry a second gun that maybe is a little less expensive. Maybe I'll bring my V11 Punch. Now this one uses batteries to power its ammo. It's a little bit different. All the gear you're going to need. This is how you gear up for a run, by the way. I'm going to bring some patch kits to restore health. I'm going to bring some shield charges to restore shield because you don't regenerate automatically in this game. And now I need ammo. Now it looks like I got plenty of volts, 3-volt batteries. Interesting thing about volt batteries, if you don't expend them and have to replace them, they'll recharge when you run around. Takes a little while, but you can kind of min-max your ammo that way. So I could bring 3 or 6 cartridges for the volt ammo, but I don't have any light ammo, or excuse me, heavy rounds. So I'm gonna have to go buy some. So let's go to the armory, pick them up there. And ammo is not inexpensive. 40 rounds of heavy ammo at 300 credits. I have 1,200 credits. I guess I'm gonna buy these because what choice do I have except to not take that weapon? So I'm gonna purchase them to my backpack. 40 of those rounds is pretty good, but what if I need a little extra? Maybe I'll bring some extra batteries. Batteries are cheap, even in the future, even thousands of years into the future. So this is what we're going to do. And there's scope. So look, increases magazine size and stability. A lower volt drain. Okay. So let's install a gun mod. I picked that up somewhere. Some of these chip mods are like super specific. This one is automatically reloading after a significant period of time while your weapon is stowed. So in a way, between the backpack and this mod, both of my weapons will reload when they're stowed. So now I can kind of, like when I run out of ammo in one, I'll just flip and know that the other one's getting reloaded slowly over time. And then you have implants. So, shields. Yeah, you're going to want a shield slot if you got it. So we're going to bring some shields. We'll bring a standard head implant. I haven't spent too much time reading these super closely when you're like kind of at a gray level. I'm not going to say it doesn't matter, but it kind of doesn't matter. But they get very, very specific. Eye in the sky. Target acquisition devices that you access remain active for longer and release additional ping pulses. Okay, this one requires the recon shell, so I can't even use it because I'm in the something shell. What do we say I was in? Thief. Aha. Greed is good. Thief shell. When your backpack is completely full, your sprint speed and slide distance are increased. Now, it doesn't take much before your backpack is totally full. So we'll take it. And then some of them are generic, but all of the fancy ones seem to be like not generic at all. So standard one is, when downed, you gain the signal jammer effect until revived, scrambling your appearance to others. Okay, so if somebody downs you from further away, you know, maybe it keeps them from getting to you a little bit easier. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm kind of geared up now. Like I'm kind of ready to go on a run. Yeah. Got all the gear that I need. Feeling pretty good. One of the things about running and recording or streaming this online is that I'm going to get paired up with people. I don't know who they are. So watch your ears. I run a clean show around here, but I got to tell you, I can't control these people online. They could say anything. So just be aware of that. It might change when you're online. Dark Fever, what's up, man? Happy Friday night. I was thinking about picking up the game. How do you like it so far? I've never played an extraction shooter. Okay. I had never played an extraction shooter until Arc Raiders, which I mostly picked up on Vibe and Hype, and I really enjoyed it. But I definitely went through what I'm going to call gear fear, where you're scared of losing stuff. So everything I just went through, I don't know how long you've been in here. Thanks for being here Friday night. Was like, hey, this is all the gear I have. You can see I have about 8.8 thousand credits worth of gear in my vault. Now it's distributed unevenly between guns and things like that. And the loadout I'm taking with me is 1.4 thousand. So I'm taking like 10-15% of my stuff out on the road. It's at risk. I could lose it. But this, I said it on the podcast last week. This game makes me feel less attached to the gear so far. I have very little gear fear in part because outside of selecting what I just selected, it doesn't really cost a lot of time or resources to figure out, do I take a standard free kit? Like you can get these free kits from the armory, which just gives you just enough to get out on the road, you know? Or do I take some stuff that's more powerful? And the answer is it's one or the other. You either have the credits to buy some stuff in the armory, or you take a free kit, or you have stuff. And there's no like fourth option. Arc Raiders had this fourth option where it's like, hey, you want to craft some stuff? And maybe you did want to craft some things. And if you did, that took time and you had to craft and you had to go look through your inventory and all of your who's what's its and go, do I have enough stuff to craft this thing? And sometimes you had to craft 2 layers worth. It's like, well, I have to craft a bunch of these and then I can use those to craft the gun I actually want. And so you might spend 5 or 10 minutes in between a round. And I've been explaining stuff here, you know, just for everybody's edification if they're new to the game. I'm pretty new to it too, but I'm ahead of you if you haven't bought the game, right? Yeah, like I'm not attached to any of this gear. I'm sure I've had in the server slam, I had blue guns. I think I'd gotten up with some purple items, you know, and it's kind of like following the classic like item tiering, right? Gray is common, green is, you know, magic, blue is rare, purple is epic, and I assume there's yellow and orange. I haven't seen one of those yet. And I'm sure you'd feel bad about losing some of that stuff, but like, not too bad. The guns are pretty good. So for the most part, you just want to get out there. So the thing that's true about Arc Raiders, and I'm going to go ahead and like load up into a game, which means I'm going to end up talking to some other people. The thing that's true about Arc Raiders is, and Marathon, is all that stuff's at risk. And so you do care about it, but why is this pink? This has like a little pink thing. What is that? On the perimeter zone. I was going to load in a perimeter anyway, because that's where my quest is at. Anyway, in Arc Raiders, there's this community idea. It's like you against the Arc. And you always come up with folks that like maybe you're going to pair up and buddy up. And maybe you won't. And maybe they're rats and they'll shoot you in the back after acting friendly. There is no like question. You see another player in this game that's not in your squad, it's shoot on sight. It's shoot on sight. It is PvP. Marathon is for lovers of PvP. And if you like playing player versus player games, shoot 'em ups, then it's just clean and simple. It's obvious. And that creates a clarity for me that like I really like. Okay, so I'm gonna so to summarize, I like it. And for $39.90, I bought the deluxe for 20 more because I'm a sucker. But for $39.99, like I've already gotten my fun out of it already between the server slam and this. But you do have to get over the gear fear because I have $1,500 worth of gear. I'm very likely to lose it. I'm also likely to take out a bunch of other runners and extract. So you can not bring in other crew members and just go solo. And in Arc Raiders, that's almost all I did. If I didn't have a buddy online I was playing with, I would almost always just like not bother. I'd just go solo and then just be on my own. And that's like a horror game to me. It's terrifying because everything you hear is like out to kill you, probably, maybe. Whereas in here, you start with a crew, you're all going to be chatting. I'm going to be chatting with them. I got the headset on, so I'll probably, you know, bark some stuff out to them and say hello. I found that most of the people that come into the lobbies and crew play are very friendly. I've seen people want to, you know, work on the quests with each other, and things have felt pretty good. I'm sure there's going to be some stinkers out there. But I felt pretty good about crew fill. When I go in solo, it's on a rook run. And I'll try and do a rook run tonight, depending on how we do. Hello out there. Happy Friday. Talking to the folks. Let's see if they talk back. Oh, no mics. That doesn't sound good. The fact that they have not talked back, not a good sign. What's up? What's up? All right, we got to deal some damage to runners.
Need eyes on.
Alert. Atmospheric conditions remain volatile.
Expect synth silk degradation over time.
Yeah, let's get over to station. I agree.
Watch out.
Nope. Yeah, so these are the UESC, and they're no joke. All of them can kill you. They will kill you, but they're the computers. Oh, I messed up. I reloaded my battery gun. Not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to let that recharge. All right, so they leave behind these little backpacks, and you can loot backpacks with other people at the same time, which is pretty cool. All right, I can hear a lot more robots in here. Definitely hear some more bots in here. Oh, we got nests. Yeah, bots sneaking up behind. Yeah, so I don't know that we're going to come across any runners so early, but I do expect some runners and some hassle. Okay, so I'm going to flip open my cool visor that lets me see through walls and see through some gear. Oh, there's still another one up there. All right, so this one has an arms locker with some green items in it. Ooh, look at that gun. An overrun AR. Shh, don't tell anybody I got that.
Here, then gone.
All right. So we're seeing some of these items and abilities on display here. Definitely need heavy ammo. All right, I'm going to mark that for the other folks. And there's a gun up here if you need it. I marked it. It's not bad. And I picked up a self-revive. I don't like it when my teammate's not chatty. I've seen very few teammates not be chatty before. And you really do have to talk. So there's a lot of call-out options where you can... Oh, did you see that? That's creepy. Yeah, imagine running through here alone with all this. No, thank you. So at least most of these guys seem like competent. You know, nobody's in here just unstable biomass, like goofing around. Like they've all got missions, they want to help out. All right, so I don't see any other like green gear through here. Oh, there's one green. Look at this. What do we got? A trunk. Okay. Oh, a claymore mine. Yes, please. Oh, a blue. Did you see that blue? There's a blue down below. The gear matters, that's for sure. All right, where's the blue? Is it in here? Nope. Got 27 seconds until my headset comes up again. I kind of lost track of where that blue was. Not there. I already looked there. All right, that's the outdoors. At some point here...
Warning, reinforcements detected.
Reinforcements. Arms locker? No? Okay. There it is. You hear that? That sounds terrifying. Alright, what is this? A biosterilized stripping. A drinkable cheeseburger? That seems important. Okay, I'm totally full.
Recall window will remain stable for 20 minutes.
Alright, where do you guys want to head? Got that Claymore set.
Shield's broke.
A Claymore? You can go for a Claymore? All right, I'm healing up my shields. Healing up my health, because you got to do all that stuff individually. Ooh. All right. Feel about ready to head over to station, you think? Mission documents. It looks like we're on the move. Yeah, so this is not without seeing another runner. Like, this has just been like a lot of PvE.
Watch it.
Like a lot of PvE. But everybody gets a shared mission log in this, which I really like. Big fan of like being able to see what missions they have, what missions we have. Everybody shares XP when you do the missions. So like even if you come in here, like this has been a fine run so far. We're like 8 minutes in out of 25.
Let's reload.
Don't want to get too far ahead of my team here.
Grab all you can. Not ready.
A data card. A folio. We're running around a lot. These guys are not talkative. I wish I had a slightly more talkative crew. Do you guys want to try and do this supply drop thing? Kind of dangerous. What do you think? Love a smoke grenade. Alright, since they're not talking and one of them ran right past it, I guess we're not going to do this. Again, most of my runs have been with folks that have been like really like solid like communicators. This is kind of a abnormal situation. There's stamina, there's heat. You can see a little heat buildup bar. If I sprint too much, it does that. There's an exfil site. That's not really what I want. We want to go to station.
Found something.
But we're doing a lot of running around. When you run around, you make a lot of noise. When you make... Oh. We can hear other runners.
Observe.
Yeah, they're pretty close. Y'all want to sneak up on them? Third party them?
Prepare for increased hostile action.
Yep.
Spotted.
Yep. There's a runner right there.
In 15 minutes.
Yeah, so we got a whole other crew of runners.
Profit opportunity.
Because these guys aren't talking to me. And they're just kind of hanging out. We're kind of playing it slow.
Trouble spotted. Careful here.
I'm shooting.
Can't give up.
Uh-oh. One guy got dropped. Yeah, they have a sniper. All right, I got a good piece of that last one. There's snipers right here.
Bad news.
Oh, you hit me pretty hard. Yeah, Dark Fever. I need a good crew, man. No doubt about it. I got 13 rounds of this heavy ammo left. It's not good. We can also let them kind of wait and see if they'll come down and heal their guy. Broke him. Took him down. But now you're down too. Right now you're up. Alright, I'm out of heals. Definitely out of heals. It's a good thing he knocked me all the way out because I had a self-revive. Yeah, not a ton I can do in that situation. Yeah, so they had a one character, which is their assassin. He had a pretty good rifle from across the way. We took one of their guys out early, but both of them were like pretty good distance weapons. Not bad at all. So the gear's gone. But it's fine. What did we do? Did we get our quest done? No. Did we learn something about ourselves? Yes. Which is when the runners are as communicative as you think they are, then you're going to have a bad time. I guarantee you the chat in another team was lively. People are calling it out, right? I do like this. I like that you can see what their inventory was and what they lost. You can also see it kind of on the way in, like how much are they risking? What are they bringing in? And is it compatible with how much you're bringing in? It's a little late by the time you're matched up with them, but if you find a good crew and you're doing a couple of runs in a row, then you get a pretty good idea of, are we like bringing as much risk into the game together? That's important to know because sometimes people are like, yeah, man, I'm on a free kit. And so everybody else might want to go free kit, or they might want to go, no problem, I'll protect you, right? I'll do more. Okay, Silk is the rewards pass currency. We should talk about the rewards pass. Oh, we got a fancy sponsor kit. Okay. So I got a little faction XP. I leveled up, I guess. I got a data card, which got me 210 credits. And most of the stuff I lost. It's out, right? Can't bring it with you unless you exfil. All right, so if I go over to rewards pass, what's in there? So they kind of have this like two-tiered rewards pass. They did one thing that was nice, which is they said, look, the rewards are not going to expire. So if you buy a rewards pass, or if you have a rewards pass, it'll be like Helldivers 2, where it'll always be, you can always go claim the stuff. But you do have to buy you get like this like non-premium and premium item at each tier. And so this non-premium one is a schema, which means it's like a gun now you can buy a copy of. And then you have a skin for one of the guns. And you see that most of the time. It's like schema, skin, or double, logo plus background, or logo plus sticker. And then you get like a fancy version of an AR. Fun. So this is fine. You only have so much silk that you can hold. So it's like you're near your silk limit. You better go spend some silk. So if I do that, like maybe I'll get the Burt SMG schema and the Burt SMG blue sky skin. So that's 30 silk. So let me claim it. So you earn the silk for free, but you can only get the premium items if you bought the pass. I don't know how much the pass costs because it came with a deluxe edition. I assume it's $10, but I actually don't know. And then they have in the store, it's just like system cosmetics. So if you want this destroyer pack, like where the destroyer looks like a cool CPU, you can get that. Comes with a shell, comes with a matching LMG skin, a little weapon charm, sticker, and a background for 1,500 moonbucks. Yeah, is it cross-platform? It is cross-platform and cross-save. So you can play with anybody across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. And if you were to buy a second copy for some reason, if you're like, I want it on my Steam Deck and I want it on my PlayStation, then you log into your Bungie account and it all works. Yeah. So let's mix it up. Let's do something different. So one of the things you can do as you upgrade these factions, this is where you kind of get the missions, and it's also where you get the ability to do upgrades. So these are the permanent upgrades. I'm going to put permanent in air quotes, permanent upgrades, because the upgrades that you have in here wipe at the end of the season. At the end of the season, which I think is every 3 months, I could do 3-4 seasons a year. You're going to have, 4 seasons a year, and they're going to wipe everything. So I assume you keep something, but they want to reset everybody so that everybody's kind of starting from a level playing field again. If the gear comes and goes, then what does it matter? But it's a way for them to kind of reset the meta and reset everything. I don't know if I love that, but in Arc Raiders, people work really hard to do it. Thanks for being so informative. Hey, thanks for asking so many great questions. I'm an external processor. So if you can't tell, I'm 42 episodes deep in a podcast called The Andy B Show. And I like to explain things at work, and I explain it here. Part of it's for me. As I'm explaining it, I'm going, did I understand that right? And it helps me. So yeah, some of these things just cost credits, like 2,000 credits to get unlocked weaponry for the armory. So if I unlock the SIAC or Cyber Acme enhanced weaponry, then I can go purchase better stuff from the store. So I got like 2,000 credits, which is not a lot. I can't even afford this upgrade, much less the guns. But it's because I didn't extract. When you extract, things get better. Like when you extract, you come up with a ton of credits, of gear, and everything else. So extraction is the key, or as the tagline says, escape will make me God, or whatever the tagline is. It's a little dramatic. Some of these upgrades, especially for the other ones like New Cal, I think, they'll have upgrades that aren't for your character. They'll have upgrades that are for the Rook. Can't find one right now. I haven't looked for them in a while. Anyway, I don't have most of these unlocked yet. So I think the pathway, like the way that you kind of unlock and explore the game, is to do these quests at first. And you can't do these quests if you're the Rook. But we're going to look at the Rook, because the Rook is interesting. So the Rook is one of the runner shells.
Preparing scavenger protocol.
And he's a scavenger. And he's got 2 abilities. The prime ability of recuperation. So that's basically like an emergency repair system. So you can heal thyself. It's important because there's nobody else there to heal you. You go in solo only. And it has this signal mask. Signal mask, you saw when we started the last round, we were fighting UESC, the bots, the chat GPTs of Marathon. And the Rook can hide himself and deceive the UESC forces. So it's not like he can do anything he wants, but if he hits it, they can't see him for a period of time. And if you sprint or take damage, it's gone. Or if you fight them, for sure, it's gone. But it's a way to get around some of the tougher ones if you're just a little guy. But some of those other upgrades will upgrade the Rook's ability. So your Rook runs will get stronger. So what's the Rook's deal? Like, why would you want him? You can't pair up with anybody. He basically starts with the effect of like basically a free kit, but it's a free kit with a backpack because you're supposed to be getting more stuff. And some of the stuff you also get a shield for free, but it's destroyed upon exfil unless you get a matter fixative in your inventory. And same thing with the backpack. So basically it's go in, get some gear, scavenge some stuff, get out. And you only load into existing matches that are in progress. So that's like the thing. Everybody else, like, there's probably was a Rook running around watching all of us fight the last match. Yeah. So the Rook's unique. So we're gonna go in as a Rook. All right, so I can't change any of my gear. It's Rook gear. All I can do is solo. Despite what this looks like, it's not gonna let me solo or do anything but solo it. So let's run it. Let's do a Rook run. Now, in a Rook run, you're just as vulnerable to getting killed by other players, but it could be 3-on-1. Like, I might come up and see another crew. Also, no contracts. So I don't want to do too many Rook runs because I have guns, like I have stuff to go use. And I can't use I can't do contracts. Like, contracts are how you like really progress a lot of things up at the beginning. So Rook is kind of for later. Like, maybe you need something, maybe you don't. All right, I got this tiny little gun. It's just me. And the other thing I noticed about Rook is I don't know where I'm at. It doesn't show you on the map. All right, I got a little baby gun, CE tactical sidearm, enough shields and everything.
15 minutes remain.
15 minutes. So this has been going for 10 minutes easy. And why don't we try and get to the, I don't know. Let's get to columns.
Attention.
Okay, so now I kind of know where I'm at because I can see where columns is 100 meters down. So I'm probably somewhere in the ravine here, I bet. All right, anybody could be out here, but if I die as a Rook, what do I care? I didn't risk anything. I didn't bring anything in. I saw a Kotaku article that was like, stop being Rooks. Rooks are for cowards. Rooks are for whatever. And it's like, you know, A, let people play how they want to play, number one. All right. Looks like people have taken this thing out because these are cleared nests. Maybe they left some stuff in here for me. But I get what they're trying to say. Oh, storage drive. They didn't actually go in here. Which means this is full of bugs. No. Nothing like spoiled rations. Maybe they did go in here. Mm-hmm. Did they leave me anything? Yeah, so this is like a refill the gear, you know, no stress, no pressure kind of a run. Except, guess what? You're absolutely at risk. You can die. And if your time is worth anything to you, then maybe you shouldn't do Rook runs. Except for fun. You know, have a reason why you're doing one. For me, it's just because I haven't done one since the server slam. All right, so I'm going to head down here to this city area. What am I heading towards? Columns? Mm-hmm. Another thing that's neat is that unlike Arc Raiders, where people can keep dropping into a match later and later, like fresh crews full of gear, full of fresh loot, they drop in all the time. Whereas here, everybody that's a full crew drops in at the beginning only, and the only people who come in late are Rooks. So there could be other Rooks out here. Mm-hmm. But there will be the crews will start to take each other out. You know? Oh, I heard something. Crews will start to take each other out. They'll move towards the center. They'll move towards the extract zones. So, like, there's a flow to the match. I haven't quite figured it all out. Claymore. Let's go. Smoke grenade, okay. Ammo. Unstable lead, always useful. Wait, what was that last thing? MIPS rounds. What's this? Unstable bot. Anything that's unstable is like good for trading with the vendors. So you could say, hey, I'm a rook. I got in. Maybe I fill up my whole inventory with stuff. Maybe I should just get out. That's a possibility. Some people will also go like, oh, my inventory's full. I should get out. It's creepy. But as the match goes on, increasingly like more valuable things show up. So little events will start to take place where like special enemies will show up. Well, they only show up. Like the supply drop is a treasure. Well, who's going to pull in the supply drop? I mean, I might go set it off because it's right there. And I want to see what happens. All right, there's fall damage in this game, so you got to be careful. So there's like, you could easily in Arc Raiders decide, hey, my inventory's full. Yo. That's a lot of UASC robots, man. Look at these dudes. All right. So they just refilled a bunch of people. And if they come after me, I'm gonna hit my my little sneaky rook thing. I haven't had to deploy it yet. It's a rechargeable ability, like it's not a big deal if it deploys. But where did that supply drop go? Oh, it's way up there. I passed it a long time ago. Okay, somebody's trying to extract. Let's see it. Okay, so I haven't found anything really great. I'm dealing with all of these UESC in here. Maybe I try and jack up somebody's supply run, some of their maybe I try and jack up their extract. That's an option for me. I could do that. I don't know who's trying to extract, but now I'm curious. I mean, I don't have much, you know, just a rook. I hear somebody screwing around out here. It's terrifying. Okay, I'm going to hit my ability. He says ignore me. All right, so they won't see me. They would see anybody else. They're definitely extracting. Okay, so that's a crew that just extracted. Oh, I sprinted at the last second. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, it comes back. All right, look, they had dropped smoke down here. All right, they took it. It's gone. They took the extract. That's not good. All right, that means the only one left is a guarded exfil. Oh, there's no exfils. I got no exfils. New exfils loading in 3 minutes. Okay, so wherever they load in 3 minutes and 51 seconds, I'll have like 3 or 4 minutes left. And that'll be kind of it. Like, whatever's available for me to get out, that will be the thing. All right. More people than ever are out of this match at this point. Because we just saw some people leave. Well, we didn't see him. Yeah, no pressure. Yeah, no pressure. Yeah, Michelle, nice to see you, man. Welcome. Yeah, we're doing a rook run. Did a regular run earlier. Got wiped. No problem. Just checking out the rook. I don't have the Rook very upgraded so far. I don't really want to spend a ton of time with the Rook until I get a little more of the factions kind of built out. But yeah, the fact that nobody has come for this supply drop tells me there's probably not a lot of people still in this match. And I got a couple of minutes until they pull in the next extract zones. I'll probably be close to where an extract is at. Oh, I got new caloric XP for calling in an extract. Cool. Or calling in a supply drop. So I guess I'm just going to hang out a second. New exfills in 2 minutes. This starts to get crazy, by the way. You hear all that noise? That's attracting like every runner in the world. And at some point, they'll drop in like this huge, like nasty, weird, like lasers. There it is. All the lasers are coming in. Like, hey, does anybody anywhere see this everywhere? Anyone not noticing? Come fight. Come fight. There it is. It looks pretty cool. Makes you think of Titanfall. So now that it's down, when do you go get it? You know? Somebody saw it come. Whoop. What do we got? Second gun, bunch of stuff. Cool.
5 minutes remain.
Take that. I don't know what that is, but it's blue. I'll take a better gun. Gimme. Give me the volt batteries. Sure. Okay, well, now we got a problem. You know what it is? I care about getting these guns out of here. I didn't, and now I do. All right, got a pretty good gun. Got some ammo. Just one extra battery. That feels bad. 30 seconds until they release the new extracts. So I'm rooking kind of at the end here, you know? Somebody else might come up on this. Maybe I take them out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the encouragement to believe that I can make it. I think it's going to be closer to overflow here. I think I'm going to have to run back down there. New exfills online? No.
Exit marked.
230 meters. Or the hauler,
Exit
which is 324 meters. All right, we don't have a lot of time. Let's get rolling. I don't know what else is in there. And I'm scared to check. Like, maybe I should have looked at that other loot. But now I've got, like... Now I have gear... Why do I have gear fear? Now I have gear fear. I want to get this stuff out of here. Okay. Pretty familiar with this area in general. Obviously, I have no idea who's around. I got 3 minutes to exfil. Everybody that's looking for an exfil, 100 meters away, is also coming to one of these few that are here. And there could be a number of them. And unlike Arc Raiders, there's no talking your way out of this.
3 minutes. Locate an exfil immediately.
Somebody sees me, they will drop me. No, you know, I'm not without the ability to defend myself at this point. That's not going to work. Oh, look, I'm almost overheated. I gotta cool down. Too much running. All right, I'm going to call it in. All right. And then the way this works is you don't actually have to be standing there. But I'm pretty close. Got about a minute. And then 10 seconds. I'm not gonna lie, even though I haven't seen anybody this entire match, my heart rate's up a little bit as it starts to like get close to counting down. All right, it's gonna put this little circle out here in front. Once the circle's there, it'll hold that circle, as far as I know, indefinitely until somebody steps in it. Then it starts a 10-second countdown. Let's start it. At this point, if someone were to drop me, they'd have to be real good shot to knock me out. I think I got it. We got it, everybody. We did it. Rook run. Okay. Somebody else was in there. Was it another rook? They just exfilled. All right, let's see all of our stuff. Exfiltrated. Okay, so I pulled out 2250. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Got a little bold. So I get a little bit of rep. Got a little, you know, leveling up. I love this inventory screen. It tells you exactly what happened with everything. I never found the type of matter that would let me keep the compromised gear, but that's okay. I got a green gun out of it. I got some blue stuff, you know. I got, I mean, somebody who's colorblind, it looks blue. I think it's blue. Yeah, so pretty good rook run, but in general, until you get more of your crew contracts done, like rook running is just for goofs. It's like, well, now I've got more, like I can't do any of the things until I get out of the rook. So, yeah, for me, it's probably, I haven't spent a lot of time with Vandal.
Tao said he's calling.
But I hear she's great. She's got a lot of movement abilities. Recon.
Recon Suite Online.
Played nothing. Haven't done it at all. Another drone, though. This one, oh no, I did. In Server Slam, I did. You throw a little tracker drone, it runs out and finds people. Great if you're fighting in buildings against others.
A trick of the light.
Have not played Assassin. That's smoke screen, tactical camo.
System reboot calibration complete.
I do like Triage. Triage is the medic. I always enjoy playing a medic. You can throw out medic bots, and everybody can have a medic bot following them around, healing them a little bit. And then if you heal up, they get a benefit from it as well. Or if you get like a heal, like a mechanics kit, will get rid of like being hacked or whatever. It'll help anybody that's got a medic bot on them.
Find those keepers. Simple as that.
And then the thief is where I probably spent most of the time since the retail launch. Yeah. But now you could go build a new loadout. Someone, you know, give me that scar. Maybe you give me a second. I don't. I got too many guns. Like give me a dumb gun. Give me a good one. Give me a backpack. Patch kit. Shield recharge. Need ammo. Don't forget. It'll stop you. Oh, look at these. Both of these use batteries. Good and bad. Single ammo system. Good and bad. It's still good to have a second gun so that you can swap to it instead of having to reload in a pinch, you know. Still worth it. And then yeah, some equipment. Shield, gotta have a shield. You don't have to have a shield, but you're in trouble without it. But yeah, these implants, like I don't even read them. At some point you're gonna get to build crafting and really care about it. But it's too early. Most of the things I'm looking at are like, just get in. Can you get in and get out? If you can get in and get out, you're doing pretty well. None of these I can use. I can't use any of these cores. It makes me just want to sell them. You know? But if we go to the armory, can we buy any cores? We can buy these schemas. We can buy a lot of special stuff from them. But no cores here. New caloric might have cores. I see a lot of this stuff's not available yet. I got to level up my rep with them. So there's quests to level up rep. that are like story quests, and then there's quest to level up rep that's like just repeatables, like you could re-roll daily quest style. Yeah. So there you go. One failed run, one good run, the Rook run. And there's a lot to it. I'm definitely going to keep playing it. I'm excited about it. $40, hard to beat, but it is one of the most complex PvP type games. I think Arc Raiders is probably more complex as far as the social aspect, because in this game, you see another crew, you shoot. Simple. You see somebody else, you shoot. Maybe there will be quests and stuff that come up where it's like, no, you should do it differently. You should prepare with other people. You should try and, connect with them and voice chat with them. Maybe they'll do that someday, but it's not today. Today, it's like shoot on sight versus Arc Raiders, where there's a huge social aspect to it. You can toggle on prox chat, partner up with people. But this one's like more for lovers of PvP. That's for sure. Yeah. But it's been good. Yeah. No regrets on the purchase. We're going to stop the stream there. Thanks for hanging out. Podcast's going to go live this weekend. We're going to record it live, and it'll be out on Monday with all the editing and stuff like normal. Weekly show. It'll be episode 42 of the Andy B show. So thanks for checking out this stream or this VOD recording, if that's where you're watching it later. Dark Fever, nice, thank you. It's so cool. Always have you in here. I feel like if I stream, I feel like you're going to be in there. No pressure, but it's fun having you around for sure, and other people dropping it out. So thanks so much for hanging out. Hope you have a great Friday. If you decide to pick this up, let me know. Down to do some runs. My little tag in marathons right there on screen. It's Andy B, as you might imagine. And have a great night. Yeah. Thanks for checking it out. Bye.